Hey guys, Louie here for HVAC and Off-Road. We're back in my small garage, and today we're going to be putting the new Artec TJ8100 flat bumper on the LJ, also known as the Beach Jeep. So we'll get this thing flipped around and we'll check out the install. You might hear a few airplanes. I live close to the airport, so it is what it is. Let's take a look. So I'm sure you've seen this in a couple videos, but this is a 2004 LJ 4-inch lift, 1-inch body lift, 35s. Pretty basic build. What we're taking off here is the Moto-Built bumper. It is pretty long, so what I want to do is I want to shorten up that departure angle there. And this Moto-Built bumper has been great, but it hangs off like, gosh, 7 inches or so. And once I seen the new Artec bumper, I just knew it was time for a change. So we are going to flatten that up. We'll get rid of this. So let's see here. We're gonna get rid of about 7 inches of overhang. Go with this 3/16 steel bumper from Artec, and we'll get this thing put on. I'll show you how it's done. It's probably the first one on YouTube at the moment. We'll use some hardware. Seymour paint. I seen this on an Auto Edits video. I believe the guy's Jason. This stuff really is awesome from Seymour. E-coat primer. I mean, it makes the Jeep look pretty good. You give it the old rattle can restoration, it looks pretty good. Yeah, so we'll get 7 inches hanging off of the back. We'll reduce that down to about 3/16, and we'll keep looking for the beaches somewhere on top of the mountains down here in the southeast. So one of the things that this LJ kind of struggles with is departure angle. We typically wheel parks like AOP, Chocoloco, Stony Lonesome, that sort of thing. When we're out there, I'm noticing, especially on a 35-inch tire, it really hangs up on departure. Don't get me wrong, that bumper has saved the Jeep countless times. I'm probably a little rougher than some are on an LJ, but I kind of like the scrapes. So it's got a ding here and there. It's got a little bit of tree rub, little bit of body damage. It is what it is. Still drive it all the time on the street, and I typically run with some larger Jeeps, so I don't do the crazy trails that they do, but I'll definitely rock crawl with them. So another little mod I've done is a gas tank tuck. You can do that with these, I believe, 03 to 06 gas tank skids. Maybe I'll make a video on that one day. It's not something that people normally talk about, but if you have that 1 inch or 1.25 inch body lift, this one is a Savvy product. Man, you can do that. That was a $20 skid at the junkyard, and instead of paying $400+ for a skid, cut the lip off and raise that up 1.25 inches, actually about 1.5 inches. That helped tremendously. But yep, we'll get this bumper on. All of the hardware that Artec sends is 1/2 inch hardware. I wasn't really crazy about the zinc coated grade 8, so I've got some black oxide grade 8 bolts that we're going to go ahead and use. and then of course we'll stick the nylocks on the back. One thing to notice is that I do have, I believe, let's get this focused. I believe these are Fishbone off-road, maybe. Just some frame tie-ins right there. And we'll have, the Artec bumper utilizes those 2 bolts, and I believe that's an early CJ bumper bolt. So we will have 1 right there, 2 on the side, and this bottom one, so this is a tricky bolt. I'm not sure if it's the same on all TJs, but on this 04, that is a 7/16 by 14 bolt right there. So grab some grade 8 hardware, and we're gonna get those in as well. So we'll have 8 bolts total on that bumper. So the bottom bolts, they don't come with the Artec kit. At least they didn't come with mine. Again, this is a brand new product, so they may still be working on it. So we'll get this fitted in and hopefully have this done for the wife to take to the beach. So one kind of nice thing that they have, Artec's got the cutouts around the body mounts. That keeps it really flush. So they took some time in engineering this. All right, should be about it. Get some hardware in. In here through that frame plate, washers on the back. Those are 3/4. That's the ratchet you'll use. Before we get those tight, we'll stick those bolts, those 7/16 bolts through the bottom, make sure everything else lines up. All right, so we're going all the way through. There we go. All right, bolt there, bolt there. We got the 2 on the ends. So I'm going to put the washer and nylock on the back, but one of the things I'm going to do, I've got some 1/4-inch plate laying around. I'm going to drill a hole in this and tuck it up back here. So in that rear cross member, and really stiffen that up. So that'll give me a chance to just essentially put a giant washer behind those 2 center plates, center bolts, and really give some support back there. Maybe one day I'll get creative and tie it all in. I'm not sure. One thing I think I will do is run a 3rd brake light in that little crack right there, just to give me some extra brake lights in the back. Another thing we've got is some rock lights. Just a little side note, when you add rock lights on the back, leave a bunch of spare wire on it, maybe 4 or 5 feet. Stick a magnet on it. There you go, rock light in the back. Something goes wrong on the trail at night, it's long enough to pull out, stick anywhere you want, and bam, you've got a portable light. Also did the front like that. So yeah, we'll get this thing bolted in. Really, is flat. That was the whole goal. So 7 inches sticking out on that Moto-Built bumper. Now, wow, really flat. So less to hang up in the rocks. Let's see. Oh man, I'm excited about that. So even where the shackles go, we're looking at what, 6.5-ish, something like that. Now we're down to 2.5. That's what I like, right there, nice and tucked in. So that is the new Artec TJ8100 bumper right there. Covers the sides. Nice. All right, guys, thanks for joining me.